The silence after the gunfire. On the afternoon of October 15th, 1987, the air in Ouagadougou felt heavy, as if the city itself was holding its breath. The meeting room at the Conseil de l'Entente was modest, plain walls, simple chairs, no signs of grandeur. That was how Thomas Sankara preferred it. Power, he believed, should never be dressed in excess. I was not inside that room. Few survived who were. But the silence that followed reached all of Burkina Faso. Sankara was only 37 years old, yet he had already rewritten what leadership could look like in Africa. He rode a bicycle instead of a motorcade. He sold government luxury cars. He spoke of dignity as if it were a resource just as vital as gold or oil. He who feeds you, he often said, controls you. And so he challenged aid dependency, debt, and the quiet chains of post-colonial control. That made him dangerous. The official story came quickly: a coup, an internal dispute, an unfortunate but necessary change of power. His closest friend and comrade, Blé Compaoré, appeared on the radio that evening, his voice steady, announcing a rectification of the revolution. Sankara, he said, had made mistakes, but in the streets, people whispered a different story. They whispered about Sankara's refusal to bow to international lenders, about his speech at the Organization of African Unity, where he urged African nations to collectively refuse debt repayment, calling it a modern form of slavery. They whispered about foreign interests, unsettled by a leader who taught self-reliance instead of obedience. Most of all, they whispered about betrayal. Sankara trusted deeply, perhaps too deeply. He believed revolutions were built on shared purpose, not paranoia. That belief may have cost him his life. Those who later pieced together the events spoke not of chaos, but of coordination, not of sudden anger, but of planning. Yet for years, the truth was buried. Sankara's body was hastily interred in an unmarked grave. His name was removed from public places. His speeches vanished from state radio. School books skipped over his presidency in a few thin lines. Burkina Faso was taught to forget. But forgetting is hard when an idea refuses to die. Across Africa and beyond, Sankara became a symbol of what was possible and of what was taken away. Young people wore his image on shirts. His words resurfaced in protests, classrooms, and late-night debates.